Greetings and welcome to Good Times with TobiKun. I'm your host, TobiKun. Welcome to my first of many episodes. Basically, my show's a consistency of video games, movies, and animes. We're going to be doing a lot of walkthroughs, a lot of game reviews. Basically, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go through all the indies, the classics, some mainstreams, but mostly games that don't quite get that credit, or movies that quite don't make the mainstream, or even anime that doesn't make as much of a popular spotlight. But with that being said, grab a soda, grab a popcorn, your health nut, grab a protein shake. That being said, let's get started. Greetings and welcome to my classic Xbox. The Xbox 360, pretty much the successor to the classic Xbox. Basically, here the games we would be playing would be like Halo, Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto, and many other games. But today we're going to be revisiting Warhammer 40K's Space Marine. As a lot of people might think, with the Warhammer series making its way in, I'd say about 2011, a little bit before, a lot of people thought it was just a copy of Gears of War. But in reality, the Warhammer series, the Imperium series, has been around since the late 80s. It started off as a series of books, then board games, where you actually could customize the characters. And then they eventually started making its way into RPG games, and then in 2011 it actually made its way into the console for the Xbox 360. There was another game as well for the Gears of War, but that's another game we'll revisit another time. Basically, a lot of people would think that the armor, the upgrades, was all original from Gears of War, but in reality, if you ever read the books and really go deep into the Warhammer series, you can see that these armors are actually intact with the actual the game. The only difference is that they don't use chainsaws. Here, they actually use swords. They use all types of different type of weapons and accessories. So as you play the game more, you're going to see a lot of that mentioned. You'll see a lot of that reference into the game, the style of fighting, what it was actually representing. It's a very good series if you ever read the Warhammer series and the Warhammer 40K series. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with Warhammer 40K Space Marines. Alright, we're going to be running Warhammer 40K Space Marine. Basically, we would always be playing this game, me, my best friend, his nephews, man. We'd be playing this game all night. This would be like the game to play for a good while. We'd basically be running through a lot of the styles, a lot of the styles and gameplay on it. So it was pretty cool. It's a really fun game to invest time in. One of these games you want to revisit. It's actually pretty cool. So basically, we're not going to be doing any type of Xbox Live. So I don't know anybody else that has this game. But basically going to go ahead and do the campaign. So the campaign, of course, you basically do it in the story. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just go and start off by selecting the first stage. Being that this game is pretty massive, don't underestimate it. It has like 5 chapters, but it's a pretty long game. So I'm basically going to do a run through on the first stage, and maybe later on I'll revisit this game and do a couple of more of the actual chapters. So basically, going to start off with Planetful. We're going to start off with that, and we'll go from there. We'll go ahead and start it up. I'm going to go to the beginning. So, and I'm going to keep it as normal. It's been a long time. I'm not going to do it on easy, but I want to do it on normal just to kind of get the feel again. So basically, as we go, we're going to just revisit everything. Basically going to rate everything on the gameplay and control style, so here we go. Let the cinematics take over for a little bit. Exterminatus. In the Xbox Live, there's actually Exterminatus, so we'll visit that sometime. I'll see if I can find someone that has the game and we'll actually play a round of Exterminatus, but in time, of course. And the graphics and the cinematics still hold pretty well. It'd be great if they actually would remaster this game. Maybe give it an HD, even if it was just one Warhammer 40K for the 360, but it would be pretty cool to transition it back to the Xbox One. Now that the Xbox is going to get 2 more of these games, so that's going to be pretty cool. I want to see how they enhance the shooter and see how that one works out. The RPG is just as cool too. This is the one I got used to. This is the one I was introduced to first. So. There's the man, General Titus. He's one cool guy.
The damned orcs. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machine.
Brace for evasive maneuvers.
Pilot, report.
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We're losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. Find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Thunderhawk Lancer 12 returning to launch bay.
And when the Ultramarines go out there, they mean business. They got this patented armor, which is intense.
I don't want to go home already, Sergeant.
Not before having a word or two with the orcs.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Try to keep up.
And of course, we're going to do a big halo jump. Here we go. Right into battle. They just jump in there and they take care of business. These guys are like the elite of the Warhammer series as far as the actual warriors. There's a lot more than just them. Trust me, it's a massive universe. If they ever touch base with the other side of the Warhammer side, it's a pretty vast world. Alright, so here's where we get started. So you got your left and right, you got your chain of commands. That's pretty cool. As far as the handling, it's not that bad. It's really basic. You're using your digital stick and the X for strikes. But they can game up on you and take your energy like crazy, so that's one thing you gotta be careful of. And if you want to get a recharge, that's the way you do it right there. That way you're just not all screwed later. And you gotta watch out for those super bombs right there, so now we're gonna do the basic stun. Another stun, hit, just keep breaking them apart for energy. That's how you get your quick spurts of energy, so. And sometimes it glitches, which is fine. We gotta keep going, gotta be very quick. And did I miss it? There we go. Yeah. I'm rusty. The aim is usually pretty good, so there's always intensity in this. Got our first cutscene. Those are your basic orc boys right there, right? With the hammers. Then you got these guys with the armor. They're a lot worse. They're probably like the worst thing in the gang up for me too, so. There you go. Just keep your energy up at all times because they're gonna just keep on you. There we go. Bombs away. Aimed a little off, guys, so. There we go. Perfect there. A bit of energy there. It's a lot of massive splatters, so it's a lot of hits these guys will take. This game tends to be very aggressive. This is just a warm up, so as it goes, it's gonna get more intense. Alright, so we move forward. Phew, bombed out that time. And like I said, Space Marines or Ultramarines are pretty strong. As you can tell, he can move the gun all by himself. Of course, with that armor, but even without their armor, they're actually pretty strong. Actually, pretty intense. Here comes the orc pirates with more orc boys. More fun. Here we go. They're awesome crash landings. They come up. I think they're all gone, but nope. Yeah, of course, General Titus. He's one tough guy. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. Alright.
Captain Titus, come in. Damned orcs shot me off course. I've had no word from Leandros, but I'm picking up Vox chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
I scarcely thought anyone would be left alive, much less still fighting.
Heading towards the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
Alright. So I'm gonna keep going. Sometimes the paths can get a little tricky, so just be careful where you go. Usually in these stages there's like server bots you gotta hunt for. Kind of similar to the way you would hunt skulls on Halo. These server bots have data, so it's pretty cool. Gives you more information on the missions or the extra things you don't usually see, or they don't play as a cutscene in this game, so you get to hear the audio and kind of visualize what's going on. Here's our first upgrade.
The Emperor be with you, Space Marine.
Ooh, we got a bolter. These are actually pretty good. This is going to be an enhancement to the gun that you have now. It's going to shoot a lot more quicker. It's very straightforward. It's a lot more potent. It's a quick shot. If you do it correctly, they shoot them down pretty quickly. I usually just like to melee a lot, so I'm more of a melee person, but sometimes it's not always good to rush in this game, so I have to take it step by step.
The humans all alone!
That was a waste of bullets, but you never know when they could be shooting back at you.
Destroy them!
And here comes more. Oh yeah, these guys play hard to get. See if I can find the ammo again. I'm just gonna go in there. Oh, I know where they're at now. Okay, where's he at? Thanks for that refuel. Yeah, they tend to tend to form a little rhythm afterwards. See how they gang up on you? That's where you gotta be very careful. And we just got a cutscene.
Are you wounded?
The Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why must it interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I look to its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself.
So basically, Leandra's basically a more of a, he follows the rules. Basically, doesn't open up as much as General Titus does. General Titus has more of an idea of what's really going on, and he follows the beat of his own drum. So he's basically one of those type of guys. It's pretty cool. Okay, take a look at everything else. Just survey the area. Sure, everything's okay, so we should be all set.
Sedona's picked up local Imperial Guard communications. They survived under the shadow of that gun. I want to know how.
Alright, now that's where it gets interesting.
Keep firing! Keep firing!
Still got more soldiers, but you're gonna see some more unique enemies as well. Right now they're trying to hit apart regular soldiers. These are the guys that are like front line. These guys try their best to defend themselves against our boys, but that's why they send the the Ultramarines to back them up. So as you can tell, it's just a minimum amount of soldiers. And another cutscene.
Rise, guardsmen. You saved yourselves. We thought you did.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the lieutenant's command bunker.
Carry on, guardsmen. We rendezvous with Sedonis, then we find this lieutenant. We need updated intel on the gun battery.
Through here, my lords. Get out the upper level and continue through the plaza. The bunker is beyond.
So basically, all the guardsmen are, they got their bunkers, but man, you can see how wounded they are. How many of their actual soldiers have already gone down, brought in either to just pass or try to rest up for another fight. They're in some really bad conditions.
Get up! My legs. I don't feel my legs.
I got to see a Space Marine before the end. God, Emperor.
Watch over those who fight in your name.
Yeah, so you can tell some of them are wounded, some of them are barely moving, or some are just dead. So they really back them up. Just looking around for any type of skulls or server bot. Everything looks cleared so far, so we can keep moving forward. So we're gonna be okay. So
I'm in position at a broken monument near the guard lines.
Quotas must be met. Despite previous incursions, delinquency is an affront to the machine god.
alright, that's where we go with the soldiers. Back up our people.
Sergeant, I see you found something to keep you busy.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs have got that gun well defended, no mistake. But typical orc behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces at bay. There's a strategy behind it. Their leader is no fool.
This tale is getting interesting.
I may have encountered the orc.
He's like one of the old school veterans of the game. He's like very war friendly, so he's always out there to shoot down orcs. So that's always his objective.
Scan complete. Adeptus Astartes. Weapons authorization confirmed.
Ooh, the chainsword. So now basically this is the equivalent to the chainsaw sword chainsaw gun you would see in Gears of War. So when they do their when they use their swords, they're actually a lot more long distance. They have a better range, so they're able to take hits. You're able to wipe enemies a lot more faster with this blade. So it's a pretty good weapon to have. Once you start getting used to it, it has the same stun. So whenever you do a stun, you could actually get energy off the, get your refill of energy off the orcs. So it's a pretty cool weapon to have. That's the chainsword. That's awesome. You'll see more enhancements later in the game as you keep progressing in it. So it's pretty cool. See, a lot more blade oriented. And a lot more stun related too, so that we don't get caught on with the yeah, so sometimes you can't always have the melee fun. So you gotta be ready for those hits. Okay, I need to refill quick. Yep, or else I'm gonna get stunned again. There we go. Nice and recovered. Alright, gotta keep going forward. In this place you gotta conserve ammo. Sometimes you don't want to overuse your ammo. Only this long range enemy you gotta deal with, that's the only time. Oh, get ready for those hounds. Think of them as walking bombs from Super Mario 2, and you just that they're there to actually take care of your. If they get close to you, they'll just blow up on you. That's basically what they're there for. They're like walking mines. Always gotta be on the lookout because you don't know where these guys are gonna come from. I just gotta figure out where to go, which is the right path. Yeah, but it's not that bad. Once you get used to it, it's not bad at all. Just the first time around, you're kind of like wondering what's going on, so. And not what I'm looking for is just some ammo, just in case we need it for later. Oh man. Yep. That was my fault for running into him. That's okay. One hit won't hurt me. Yeah. Kind of dumb of me that time. But get back at it. And now we get some grenades. I'm going to save them for later. I'll toss one just to show you guys. I could be dead real quickly if I keep doing that. I don't recommend you guys rushing into them like that though. I just do it because I'm just trying to kind of give a quicker playthrough of it, but never do that. Never run into them like that. Oh, this is where the swarm comes in. I forgot about this. Alright, now we're going to start running into swarms of these guys. You gotta just keep them at bay. Keep them at bay. And this is where I'm going to end up dying because I'm a little too crazy. Yep, just got the stump right there. I need to recuperate and see what I'm doing. Things we got our mods there. Gonna get that big guy so I can get some power. I keep flipping. Okay, here's a whole swarm. Let's get a quick refill fast. Okay, I'm taking a lot of hits to take it easy. Took the rock bottom right there, so see that? It's very rare when you do the rock bottom in these guys. There you go, rock bottom. And a curb stomp right there for just fun. Here's the big one. Here's the guy you don't want to go head to head with. This is where you gotta play smart because he will destroy you. Like give you those ugly smacks. It's dumb of me, because he could just smack me if he wanted to. Yeah, this is gonna destroy me if I don't play it smart. Yeah, I might not make this round. And whenever you die, you get a quote like that. The blood of martyrs is the seed of the Imperium. So every time you die, you get like this little, use actual quotes from the from the Warhammer series, from the Warhammer books. So we never have to do it all over again. See, never play reckless. That's the main thing I'm going to tell you guys. Never play reckless in this game. Even if you played it like a million times, it's never recommended. Yeah, I should have saved it for the big guy, but oh well. Always save those explosives. Makes the battle a lot easier. Little guys, no problem. You could slice all the little guys all you want, but when it comes to the big orc boys, that's where you gotta be careful. Like you just saw right now. So for Maylene is okay. Gotta conserve my shield at all times.
Dropship incoming.
It's not that bad though. Right now I'm just playing really calmly. I already know what's going to happen if I don't have enough power to back it up. I run back quickly because I know that super arc is going to come out of nowhere and just try to maul me. That's not what I was trying to do. Oh man, hopefully I'm taking their hit. Yeah, not a good idea. Just keep at me. Yeah, and then probably not make this one. Not a good idea again. Need him to get over here fast. He's gone. What I should have used was the actual method you're giving me, but like I said, I'm pretty rusty. Or I could just use that right there, and that would have saved me a whole lot of trouble. There's always next time. So we're back at the bunkers again. Got a couple of more warriors we're working with. Okay, we're supposed to get a cutscene already. Let me see what's going on. Well, that's odd. We should have been going downstairs where that bunker was. I'm not supposed to be going back into the battlefield like this, so let's try it again. Oh, duh. Oh, there you go. Gotta go downstairs. Okay. That's human error there. It's my fault. So you can tell they're all standing up to greet you. You know, they respect the Ultramarines because they know their capacity and their level of strength. So they always know that they're fighting for the greater good. So even though they're wounded, they'll still stand up to salute you out of respect.
Reinforce their position, hold the line, and stay alive.
Aye, Lieutenant.
And get a cutscene, get a refill on their health, so that's pretty cool.
Thank the Emperor. Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
She's actually pretty cool. She's actually very, she does her, taking over for a fallen commando, she does very well in doing the part, so.
I sent out 10. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault. As you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me then. I should warn you, my lord. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
We're gonna take a quick look. Let's see if we got a new gift.
Scan complete. Adeptus Astartes. Access.
Ooh, we got the Fury. Fury unlocked. So think of the Fury as your ultimate. In this case, this is not your typical ultimate. So basically, when you activate the Fury meter, once it's full, you could start hitting orc boys like continuously, and your energy you'll actually get energy back instead of having to do the knocking out and doing the rock bottom on them. Instead, you can actually do just gonna keep slashing and slashing. And each time you slash, you keep getting energy. So you keep that Fury meter going for as much as you can until it finally depletes. So it's always good. It's always good to have when it's like a last-minute save. You're like down to like your last couple of energy bars. You could start attacking orcs, and you'll start getting energy back momentarily. So it's pretty cool. You'll see another one later. You'll see another more enhanced version of it later on. So we'll continue. So we'll move forward now.
What do you know of the Titans on this planet?
Only that our troops were sent to guard
to reach that Titan?
Your fastest route is a rail route behind the jungle complex. It leads directly to the western gate of the Manufactorum.
Keep going downstairs and back into the battlefield, so. This one gets to be a little bit more longer in missions. It's not bad. This time we're gonna actually help out our actual guardsmen a little bit better, so we try to protect them. But, you know, we try, of course. Some of them will go in, sometimes they won't. Now, if you see the little hut, if you play this game fresh, you're gonna see the guys like this dude guarding the area, or you also start finding server bots that are like skulls, robotic skulls with like a cyborg enhancement. It's pretty cool. Think of them as like Deathlock, just with just bone and robotic plates. Pretty cool. And they give information. I think I ran this game before at one point. I finished this game a while back, so I still have all the skulls collected. So that's the cool thing about revisiting. And here come New York boys. You can try out our new little weapon. So I'll let them all just testing it out. So that's Fury. So see how I start going red? So I start taking hits. As long as I keep the meter going, I'm gonna be okay. Once that meter goes down, I gotta go back to the basics. I won't be invincible, so. Yeah, see how quickly it all depletes. And that's your fury meter right there. Little shoehorn there. Okay. Again, you'll find a lot of stuff in these little houses, so I recommend if you're playing this game fresh, look at the little areas, because you might just find the server skulls. Start looking around for everybody else now. So in this game, you'll find yourself going back and forth, so I'll end up doing that from time to time. Is just finding myself going back to the previous steps just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So let's just jog around for a little bit, look for the areas we need to go to. Alright, still looking around. Look around here one more time. Good looking. Alright, here we go. Sorry about the delay, guys. Just trying to find my way back and forth. So we jump into the spot here, and that's where we get more hits. Alright. Yeah. Get a quick refill there. Got the Spartan kick right there. Oh yeah, gotta help out these guys fast. And there's another rock bottom for you. Curb stop. Just to make it look good. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's try to save one of those guys. This is an example where you might want to use Fury. I usually don't use it that much, but since I know that I'm getting my shield depleted, that's when I have to bring it in handy. Now that's where you want to use it right here. It's for every hit. Dead charges, I'm gonna get pounced. Alright, we're okay so far. And that's how Fury is utilized when you're down to your last seconds. As you can tell, I'm once I get into the game, I tend to be a little quiet, so I'm trying to keep everything cool, so I tend to be a little quiet on the quiet side, but I'm trying not to do that, so make sure we look around before we head on to the next steps. Everything looks good. No extras, so we can go upstairs. Take it to the upstairs level. Again, we just want to be sure before you go into battle that we didn't miss a thing, so. But your brigade's following you too, so you gotta be careful for them as well. Alright, got ourselves a new upgrade. Now we got the bolter. Again, this is a modified version of the actual gun we were just using. This is gonna have a lot more hit. This will actually throw a lot more striking, a lot more shooting power. So it's a very effective weapon. Stalker bolter is actually pretty cool. And you're gonna see right now when we throw some more, when we have some more gunfire, when we need to shoot, you're gonna see a lot more of it come into play.
That's where the orcs breached the gun battery. We haven't been able to make it inside the wall. There just aren't enough of us.
You have survived this long on your own, Lieutenant. You have done well. But you are no longer alone. If you take the gun, you will get your reinforcements.
I'll hold you to that, Captain.
to the gun fortress.
We're heading back to the command post, Captain.
Once we get to the gun fortress, that's where the intensity is going to build up a little more as we go.
Citizens will be turned away from medicated facilities in sectors 29, 30, 34. Aging workers should seek treatment in sector 46.
And you can tell that that gun that we have is a lot more stronger. I just gotta watch out for the snipers. I like to hide, so. Yep. Just trying to give me a hit, man. They always like to do that. They try to like sneak on you like quickly. And we're just gonna go up to the cathedral here. The ruins. What's left of it. And again, over here, you'd probably be finding Cerber skulls. They're not around. We collected them all here in this stage, so it's not going to be one I could show or demonstrate to you. Shouldn't have done that, but it's alright. You know they're gonna run to the big orc boys, so it's better running in herds like that. Like right here, you probably find another hidden item. No time for that.
Through these battlements, we will use the breach caused by the rock
That's gonna find our path. Get those running guys right there. We're getting closer to something, so. Great time. Oh, where's the other guys? That's it. Okay, that's our cue, so back to another bunker. Get that refill, so. This is where it gets a little longer as far as the stage can go, so. Said before, this game could be very long. It's fun, but it could take a while. We got our jump pack. This is pretty cool. This basically what the jump pack does, it allows you to get to certain places you can't get to, so it gives you like this very extensive jump, and then if you aim yourself at the enemy, you can actually land on the enemy, stun them all, or something that'll destroy them all, depending on how much of an impact you do. Here's where we're gonna go. And up to the but you want to play it smart when you have this pack. You don't want to just jump on anything. You jump on the middle of battle, it'll take you down. So right now I'm on the safe side of things. They know you're up here, that's why you're trying those crazy little flares. You do something like that, see? That's the bad thing, they'll just sneak up on you. And I'm probably gonna get hit pretty bad. Yeah, I started off bad. Better crippled in body than corrupt in mind. It's actually pretty accurate. Need some weapons. I need actual intensity. So any guys hanging around here. Let's see where they're at. See where they're hanging around. Alright, yeah, let's bring it on. This grenade launcher's hurt. Out of all the weapons, when they throw grenades, it's like intense. Alright. You can bring the pain all you want. Belly of the beast. So we are technically getting closer to the gun stage of this game, so. Okay, I got my regular running ability back, so not carrying the jump pack anymore, so that's kind of cool. Jump pack basically limits you to certain features and what you can do, so this is a lot better for me. Coming off the path by a little bit. Alright, where are you guys? Now this is where you have to time it. Everything here's about timing, so here's the fun part. It's more about like gunning strategy.
Those guardsmen cannot survive that long. We find a way to destroy the gun.
Okay, alright, so we're gonna go ahead and destroy the gun. So it's this big old gun you're gonna see. It's a big old, really big large gun. You'll see it right now. How to get to it's gonna be a little bit of a strategy, so let's see what upgrade we got now.
Access to experimental vengeance launcher granted.
A vengeance launcher. That sounds promising.
This is actually pretty cool. So basically it's like a grenade launcher, but when you shoot the enemy, right, you shoot them with like a magnetized grenade. Then you know, after you launch it, right, you go and detonate it and you can blow it up on them. So it's kind of like one of those type of it's kind of like a sticky bomb. So it's pretty cool. But you'll see right now. So this is basically the vengeance launcher. But it runs out pretty quickly. That's the only thing. You gotta really conserve it. don't remember which path I usually go to, and I think it's here. Yeah, it's been a while for me, so give me a moment while I find the path. You think it's this door? There it is. Okay, here's our first path. Think of this stage as like when you're doing paint gun. You're having to run a paint gun and you gotta really find your hiding spots. Not gonna use sticky bombs yet. Not just yet.
Look here, Captain. Melter charges.
Put those in the right place. This whole fortress will come down.
We could put the charge in one of the gun ships.
It's another skull. So I found a skull, so I could actually sample the audio on that. That's what you do with the grenades. Amps, where it starts building up more intensity. Alright. This is where it's more widespread, so they're gonna send in more soldiers. Starting to sneak up on me a lot. Now we go to another zone. Lower and lower. Lower and lower, we're going to be going into the, I think it's the second level or of the actual
Access restricted.
destination part, but could be wrong. Now we're going to get close to the big gun. More abandoned looks, the more it's going to get more intense. So as it gets more abandoned, it's going to get a lot more intense to get in there. So
Not about to run short of ammunition.
and they know they're hidden around here somewhere, so they're going to start appearing shortly. Right about now. Yeah, they like to do hide and seek. As soon as you get close enough to start seeing your little dogs. Man, that was terrible. And this is why you try to sneak up on them like that. So it just can damage your chances of living. And it gets really intense. Let's try that again. Here. Got some energy this time. Guess he's gone. Those stones you don't want to get in. Try to go hand to hand. Forgot about that. That's where it gets hit. That's where it gets intense. Alright. This is where things are gonna pick up, guys, so might not hear much witty conversation from me. This is where it gets really tough.
Authorization to start the Ultra. The Emperor be with you, Space Marine.
See the marksman would work. See if it does really slow everybody down.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Enemy sighted. Hold the line.
Who's fixing that gun? That was intense.
Agreed.
Reset for firing. Alarm. Severe structural damage.
You actually did it. Alright. That was intense, guys. I gotta admit, that's why I stayed a little quiet. That scene right there is like the most craziest one. Is going through all that extra stage. We've gotten this far still. We got the gun and battery down, so that's cool.
Captain Titus, you are a man of your word, my lord.
What is your situation, Lieutenant? well. My battle brothers and I must secure any operational warlord-class titans before the orcs can loot them.
Good luck.
Alright, as far as we are at chapter 4. Running works, man. Just looking around, guys. Just looking around real quick. There's another bunker here.
Work outlived all of them.
What in Gwilliman's name is that? The lieutenant not say these tracks went to the complex housing the Titans.
I'm gonna ride the ram real quick. Dodge ram, but we are gonna ride a ram, so let's look for this vessel. I'll take us somewhere real quickly. More interesting. Just a shortcut, I guess. The Walking Committee. Oh no. Slow start cover. Well, as we went ahead and played through Warhammer 40k Space Marine, it seems like we went from just playing Chapter 1 to actually covering up to even Chapter 4. So the game really drives you, really gets you into it, get motivated. You finish a couple of chapters here and there, but the storyline is vast. So this is one of those games we're going to go ahead and save for another episode. But as far as the way I rate it, the way I see it, I would say the graphics are easily a 10. The graphics really haven't aged. They still look pretty crisp. They're pretty good. The soundtrack is right there. That soundtrack's like a 9.5. It brings that intensity. The script itself, the storyline was awesome. I love the storyline. I love the characters that are in the game. And also, I would say the game handling, the control handling is easy. So that's easily like a 9 right there. So overall, the game gets a 9.5 with me. I think I would highly recommend it. Pick it up on the 360. It's an older game, so it's one of those games that you're always gonna go back to and play. I don't think this game's gonna be brought into the Xbox One backwards compatibility yet, so better to just get the original and play it on the 360. So that's how I'm gonna rate this game today. So that's how I see it now. So I mean, it was fun. It was fun. I would definitely recommend it if Xbox Live still holds up for playthroughs and actually playing with friends. Even better. So I do highly recommend it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it to the first episode. Yep, these episodes are going to vary. They are going to be sometimes an hour and a half, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, depending on the subject we touch on, whether it be a game, a movie review, whatnot. Whatever it is that we do, it might take a little bit of time. Just depending on how much research we actually do or get into whenever we do these episodes. Like I said, I like to always have fun and really get into the material. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank my family and friends. Without my family and friends, there wouldn't be much inspiration to the characters I come up with, or to the ideas I come up with. So without them, there would be no TobiKun. There would be no, there wouldn't be much. Just a average person. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank my brother, Abel. He actually shot a lot of the footage you see in the opening parts. A lot of the beginning footage. He actually helped me shoot some additional footage that you'll see towards the very end. Him taking the time to go ahead and do this for me, and making that time and effort to help me go out there and do some filming was awesome of him. So, my brother, I love him a lot. Also like to thank my best friend John. He's out there. He's been out there since day one with me all the time. We always talked about the ideas, how to go about this, how to go about that. We did a lot of kind of back and forth communications, and we kind of give me some pointers, some ideas to how to go about it. The rest, is now. The rest you see is what you're seeing now was all because of John's help there. So I like to thank him a lot. He's like a brother to me as well, so I love him. He's awesome. Of course, I'd like to thank Bobby. Bobby was actually the one that helped us start doing some night footage. Him and Mike, we went out there and got a lot of different ideas, a lot of different angle shots. You can see a lot of that being incorporated. Bobby was able to maintain the camera pretty good. So also he's very full of ideas as well. So he also has an awesome channel, which I'll put the description below as well. Also, I'd like to thank Mike. Mike also has been hanging tough with me with all the filming and everything else, all the footage, all the shots, different ideas, different perspectives. But yeah, he hangs with me a lot. Also like to thank him a lot. And he also has a link that I'll put the description as well. He comes up with some pretty cool videos as well. Of course, Edgar. What can I say about Edgar, man? He's a cool dude. When he flew in, he was half asleep, but hey, you know what? He was able to do some cool shots with us. They were very brief, but it was awesome. Towards the end, he was able to pull through. We had some fun. Also, he's got a channel of his own, and like I said, that'll be down there as well. As far as the musicians, man, musicians were awesome enough to let me use all their let me use each of their songs, which was pretty cool. First one I would like to thank is Haushinka. They let me use their song Our Life, and I mean, it is edited, so it's not going to be the full effect of the actual song. Of course, it's a real quick intro, but if you actually click on their SoundCloud, they actually got some very awesome songs. They got some very awesome tracks. They're actually pretty cool. They hail from Japan, but they got some great music. And trust me, I actually jam to their music each time. Of course, there's I Am Not. They were awesome enough to allow me to use their track, Charlie's track, towards being that's the ending track of this actual show. Trust me, when you go into their SoundCloud, they got a lot of music. They've been around for a long time. Got a lot of great music. Their music is very, very extraordinary. That's a band I like to jam out as well too. So they're very cool. Last but not least, Mr. Alan Peet. He actually allowed me to use Solitude #1, which is also one of the songs that's going to be at the very, very last after the credits. So if you stick around for that, that'd be pretty cool. And you could also check him out at his SoundCloud as well. He's got a SoundCloud. The link will actually be below in the description. But with that being said, again, thank you all for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to making more episodes as we go. Again, we're going to have a lot more fun as we keep going on with this awesome journey. It's things that we've already seen before, things we've already worked with as far as for. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of games reviewers go and out, but come and go. But it's still going to be awesome. It's still going to be an awesome ride. Well, with all that, until the next time, see you all soon, and I'll catch you on the flip side.